Welcome back, everybody, to the Slumber Party podcast.
That's us.
This is the gorgeous cat.
My God, stop. And this is the stunning Michelle.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hi.
Can you believe we're at the end of the decade? Well, I mean, we're not there yet, but we're close.
I don't know, man. Probably not.
It just feels weird to be like, oh my gosh, we're about to enter into the 20s, and I'm like, the 20s was before the Great Depression, not now.
It's not happening at this moment.
But it is. We're gonna be in 2020. And I can't see that well.
My God. What the hell?
Yeah, well, we
That's
thought...
really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like the puns. We thought we would kind of begin the round out to the end of the year by doing some horoscopy zodiac stuff. We've done an episode about the paranormal. We do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't like be like, oh, this is law, but I do notice some similarities in what I am for what shows up. Like, for me, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a cusp person. So the changeover from Scorpio is on the 23rd. So I'm like close enough that I do identify somewhat with Scorpio, but I am a Sagittarius.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. As far as like zodiac stuff goes, there's a big voice in my brain that's just like, the alignment of the planets has nothing to do with your personality. And then there's also another part of me that says, wow, there's a lot of commonalities going on here.
Yeah.
And not necessarily zodiac meaning like, oh, well, I'm a Cancer, so that means I identify with everything having to do with Cancer stuff.
I like to sit in the corner of my room and cry. But you don't do that.
No, I mean, like, so what I really like about the, what we printed out, it goes through your entire,
We got our
birth chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that places where each planet was when you were born, which also doesn't affect, like, exactly who you become as a person, because I don't know. I saw some video where some zodiac person was just kind of like reading people, and this person was just like, hey, I don't believe you. And then he was like, you shouldn't. Like, legitimately. And I was like, all right, this might be all right. And he's like, yeah, no, like, as you go through your life, you have so many other things influencing who you become as a person. So this kind of like can give some insight into some stuff with you, but it's not law.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
It's just you might feel this way about some things.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was younger, I was like, I'm not a Sagittarius at all. I'm all Scorpio. I was born on the wrong time. Yeah. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, you know, I actually do identify with some of this stuff. How weird. So, yeah. But we're going to go through it. I don't know, I think the top of yours, this is basically the overview of it is that the following table shows the position of the planets in your chart by sign and degree. You will also find the sign of your ascendant and the sign on the cusp of each house in your natal chart only if the birth time is known. I do know what time I was born at. It was 12:50 p.m. The Roman numeral refers to the house, and the ascendant is also the first house, and the midheaven is also the 10th house. For example, if the sign Taurus is next to Mars, you know your Mars is in Taurus. If the sign Libra is next to Venus, you know your Venus is in Libra. If Cancer is next to Ascendant, then you have Cancer Ascendant. And if Leo is next to 2, Leo is in your second house. Pretty straightforward. It sounds very complicated, but once you look at the chart, it makes sense. So, like, for me, my zodiac says it's tropical. I don't know what that means. But my sun sign is Sagittarius, because that's when I was born. My moon sign is Sagittarius, Mercury is Scorpio, Venus is Capricorn, Mars is Cancer, Jupiter is Libra, Saturn is Aquarius. Ooh, I'm a little bit crazy.
No, you're a little bit not from this planet.
Uranus is Capricorn, Neptune is Capricorn, Pluto is Scorpio, Lilith is Pisces, and my end node is Sagittarius. And then in my first house ascending is Pisces, second is Aries, third is Taurus, fourth is Gemini, fifth is Cancer, sixth is Cancer, seventh is Virgo, eighth is Libra, ninth is Scorpio, 10th is Sagittarius, 11 and 12 are Capricorn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still having some trouble reading this stuff, but I'll figure it out.
Well, the thing is it goes on
here
to
we
explain everything. So
Yeah,
go ahead and
which
read
is
your
nice,
chart
which we
first.
yeah, okay. So, sun sign. Hello, I'm a Cancer. I have a lot of emotions, and I hate it. And moon sign is Gemini, so there's a constant war going on inside of me.
Sure.
Mercury, Gemini. Anyway.
Gem in my eye.
Gem in my eye. Let's see. Mercury, Gemini, Venus, Leo. That's interesting. I don't usually get along with people who are like Leos. Not usually. Sometimes. Mars, Gemini. Wow, there's a lot of Gemini. Jupiter, Scorpio. Oh, I got some Scorpio in me, BB. Hello. Saturn, Pisces. I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to go over it. Uranus, Capricorn, Neptune, Capricorn, Pluto, Scorpio, Lilith, Taurus, and end node Scorpio. And then I have a lot of numbers that I honestly just don't care about.
If you look at your other chart, they start there. So this is your first house ascending in Sagittarius. Hey, BB.
Oh,
Second Capricorn, third Aquarius, fourth Aries, fifth Taurus, sixth Taurus, seventh Gemini, eighth Cancer, ninth Leo, 10th Libra, and then 11 and 12 is Scorpio.
I don't know what that means. But time to find out.
And then I also have, there's like points into things. So I have like masculine is 4, feminine is 6, cardinal is 5, fixed is 3, mutable is 2, fire is 2, earth is 3, air is 2, and water is 3.
Wow. I got some numbers too. I don't know what they mean. Masculine 4, feminine 6, so we're the same on that.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, no, cardinal 3 though. Fixed 3, mutable 4, fire 1. I'm not very fiery.
Earth 2, air 3, water 4.
Yeah.
You literally have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know.
I mean, we may find out what that means.
I'm a well-balanced human.
Okay. Let's see. I don't really care about the aspects.
I don't know what that means. I
Or
just
the
want to
node.
know more
We're just
about
gonna
my
skip that.
personality.
Okay, so let's go to the birth chart shows the position of the planets for Michelle.
All
So the
right.
sun represents vitality, a sense of individuality, and an outward shining creative energy. So for me, the sun is in Sagittarius, which means restless, cheerful, and friendly. Sun and Sagittarius people are generally on the go. They have a love of freedom and a disdain for routine. Generally quite easygoing, Sagittarians make friends with people from all walks of life. They love to laugh and tease and to get along well with both sexes. Ha 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 ha. Bisexual life.
Hello.
Sagittarians have often blind faith in people and in the world. Their optimism is infectious, although it can get them into trouble from time to time. These are curious people who love to learn. Their idealistic nature is hard to miss. Although generally easygoing, Sagittarius is a fire sign. This gives natives a generally quick temper. Fortunately, they're usually quick to forget what got them angry in the first place. The need for escape is generally strong, and some solar Sagittarians come across as a little irresponsible. They're generally easy to forgive, however. After all, their direct, honest approach to life is admirable. Short description: she is good, idealistic, enthusiastic, and warm-hearted. She is independent, having a taste for travel and freedom, and she is curious and fair-minded. Possible issues: she is too adventurous and may leave things to chance, may take risks which cause problems. She is rebellious and sometimes tactless when offering opinions.
Oh my god. That's an attack.
But not wrong. I can't put my opinion on people.
All right. So I think I'm fine with just reading the whole description for our sun signs. So when people say, "Oh my God, I'm a Cancer, I'm a Sagittarius," they mean that's what their sun sign is. That's where the sun was when they were born. So that means that dictates their entire life. No. So I'm fine with reading all of the sun signs, but I feel like considering this is an entire packet,
yeah,
it might be best to just read because they have short descriptions for everything.
Yes.
So we can just go through.
But the sun sign is the main thing.
Yeah. So sun signs for people who identify with Sagittarius and Cancers, you can see if you feel personally attacked by this as well, which is a very Cancer thing to say. So
but remember,
here we go.
This is also based on what day in time we were born,
Mm-hmm.
so it may not be directly the same.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be tactless when offering opinions. Go ahead.
Okay. Also, I may have the wrong time for my birth. I don't know. Whatever.
It's close enough.
Yeah. So the sun is in Cancer. Sun in Cancer natives have a strong survival instinct. They are protective of those they care about and of themselves too. They are often quite I feel dumb. Reticent? Reticent.
I have no idea.
Common if you know that word.
I think it means a derivative of reluctant.
That makes sense.
Just from context clues.
Often quite reticent about sharing their inner selves. Yeah, no, that means reluctant. To the rest of the world, and are often caught up in reminisce. Cancers have a reputation for moodiness, although this trait is most evident when the moon is in Cancer. Cancer needs roots. They resist change to an extent and concern themselves about being secure and safe in most everything they do. Cancers can be quite intrigued by objects with history attached to them, antiques, photos, souvenirs, and the like. So, we hoard things. Cancer is it's a very sensitive sign, and they don't always appreciate it when you are blunt with them. The reactions to hurt will depend on how thick a shell they have developed. Most Cancers react by withdrawing or retreating. Some have developed an ability to manipulate others to get what they want. They avoid direct confrontations almost as a rule. No, I don't, motherfuckers.
That's because you learned not to.
Yeah. This crab adapts.
Adapting crab?
Adapting crab?
You're the crab that rips off its own arm to grow another one.
That's fucking bad.
I don't need this.
Cancers are, in fact, quite yielding and soft when you have them in the right mood. They are one of the more hospitable signs of the zodiac. Sure, they can be touchy and indirect, but they're also very dependable, caring souls. Short description: she weighs words carefully and can be tenacious, indeed. A calm and discreet nature, tender, thoughtful, sensitive, and impressionable. Possible issues: she is humble, timid, changeable, indecisive, lazy, or oversensitive. Easily influenced by the family and sometimes manipulative. I mean, what is therapy but learning how to be manipulative in a helpful way?
That's the T. That is close.
Yep.
This is very close.
See, this is the shit that I'm just kind of like, why are you like this? Why are you like this, Zodiac world?
Yeah.
Why, though? And, there's a couple things in there. I mean, we kind of, went over them a little bit. Whoops.
Sorry,
there's always going to be things about your sun sign that you don't jive with. And that's fine.
I'm going to keep all these because I'm going to read through it all later.
Can't get my hair to participate.
But I'm going to talk about my moon sign, which is also Sagittarius. So for me, that means, the short description, may like to throw herself into the unknown and into adventure. She is agile, tough, and enthusiastic. Attracted to long voyages to discovering the unknown. Potential issues: may take great risks in throwing herself into the unknown and into an adventure. Audacious, bold, and rebellious, unable to stay in one place, always ready to risk everything to achieve her goal. You know, so...
You know that time when you bought a car for somebody?
Shut up. I like helping people. So, I mean, this really has nothing to do with my zodiac, but I'm also a Slytherin, so, like, this jives with me. What about you? What's your moon?
My moon is Gemini.
Ooh.
So I think moon basically means how you are emotionally and on the inside. Short description, since a Gemini moon. Sharp intellect. She likes literature and will adapt to all situations and social groups. Oh, hey, they covered the discrepancy. Work in contact with the public. Yep. Literary occupations, travel. Potential issues, lack of follow-up of ideas, indecision, may go back on decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've redecided what my centerpieces for the wedding are going to be about 4 times now.
Yeah.
But I've bought the things that they're going to be.
Yes, you did.
So.
And they were huge.
Can't go back now. They're lanterns.
They're big.
$7 a piece. They
were
were
a
lot larger than I expected them
It'll
to
work.
be.
It'll work. We'll make it work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so then next is my Mercury is in Scorpio. I'm actually going to pull out the...
Mercury represents communication. Cartesian? Man, I feel real dumb, like, not knowing all these words. And logical...
Cartesian.
Okay. Yeah, I know what that means.
And logical spirit, which is, like, my most known trait is how logical I am. So I'm actually kind of surprised that it's Scorpio for me.
I'm not.
So it means she is extremely observant and astute, always reading between the lines, looking for a real meaning behind things, passionate in speech, excellent at strategy, natural psychologist. That's not wrong. That is actually very accurate.
She got her.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for all the paper crinkling noises. Oh, stop it. Do your Mercury, you crazy.
So, yeah, I think Mercury is like, hey, how do you interact with other people in your world? Let's see. Where's my short description?
There's not really one, so that's basically what it is.
Okay. She's intelligent with big ideas. Oh, my Mercury is Gemini also. So, she's intelligent with big ideas. She's tolerant and has a strong sense of justice. Yep, that. She has good judgment. I don't know about that.
You do.
Good sense and has her feet on the ground. She has the gift of gab. Mm-hmm. Shut the fuck up. I have the gift of listening.
The gift of gab doesn't mean you just talk. It means you can convince people to do things. It's charisma.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan is, like, bursting with it.
That's my fiance.
Dan is a leprechaun. Anyway, go ahead.
Except he's, like, tall and wonderful.
No, but I mean, he can, the trickery kind of.
Yeah.
He's a bard.
Yeah. Gift of gab, fully enjoys literature and learning. Wow, lots of literature. That's cool. She is...
erudite.
I don't know what that means.
Smart.
Wow. Isn't that ironic? And will usually be successful socially. What?
Remember that episode we did about the tattoos with all your friends? Now your body will be covered. Successful socially. Alright, so now we have Venus, which represents an interest in emotions, values, exchange, and sharing with others. Mine is in Capricorn.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. We're gonna find out. Sorry, there's a lot of pages in this one for me. Okay, found it. Her professional life can be creative or inconsistent. She has a taste for the arts, can be a dreamer, may eventually be influenced and romantic. She is emotional and very sensitive. Yes. Romantic, creative, gentle, and adaptable, you naturally express the finer qualities of mysterious and dreamy Neptune in your love relationships. Your imagination is rich and your fantasy world well developed. You are turned off by rudeness and crudeness and are drawn to beauty in its many forms. You are bisexual life. You are giving and generous and maybe a little on the submissive side, and sometimes downright lazy. Failing to make the initiative when situations calls for it. I would actually agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I've seen you when you feel really romantically comfortable with someone, and that lights up.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just the vibe that you put off, that you're just like really...
I prefer to defer to my partner.
Yeah.
When it comes to the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to general things, no.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I like control. When it comes to the actual relationship, I do prefer to defer.
Yeah. Well, my Venus is Leo. So we're going to find out what that's about. If I had to guess, it would be that I'm domineering in a relationship, which is not the case, I don't think. I like equal partnerships. That's kind of what a partner
means.
Is. But yeah, short description: sincere, frank, and warm affections. She is full of tenderness, high hopes, and love. She likes to live and satisfy her passions to the fullest, can be possessive, and might even seduce for the sake of seducing to prove to herself that she is attractive.
Ouch.
Ooh! Very proud in love, and warm-hearted, and generous with loved ones. Okay, so yeah, that's actually pretty spot on.
Yeah. That was really good.
I'm not gonna lie, like, there have been a couple of times when I'm, like, at a bar to go and see a friend's show or something, and I'm just kind of like, can I get somebody to buy me a free drink? Can I do it? Can I? Do I still got it? But ever since ever since he put a ring on it, that hasn't really been happening, so I'm okay with it. Now, what is your Mars?
Mars stands for the desire for action and physical energy.
Mars is the Aries.
My Mars is Cancer.
Huh. Interesting.
Your Mars is Gemini.
Yeah.
Let's see.
God, my hair does not want to do...
I'm looking through my stuff because I don't have a short description for my thingy.
Oh.
So I'm trying to find the most...
Oh, I see what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, and there's a good chance that we're not doing this right, so...
like I said, I'm going to read through all of it on my own.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just going to go with the last part. You are generally confident about your own talents. You employ strategy when you are going after something, and you are very talented at this, saving time and energy. You are naturally very resourceful and usually quite persistent when pursuing a goal. You are a wonderful person to be around when there's a crisis. Very little phases you. And you are especially effective when circumstances call for a leader.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that.
You know more about what your plan is for the zombie apocalypse than anyone that I know.
I mean, it's good to have a plan. Anyway, what's your Mars?
Okay, my Mars is, I think, Gemini. Yep, she Gemini. And I also don't have... do I?
You got a lot there.
Oh my god, what the fuck? So apparently there's a lot to that. I'm just gonna read a couple of sentences throughout.
Okay.
That. You have a strong urge to act out... Oh, wait, hold up. Wow, ouch. It is all too easy for you to find something negative about a situation.
I saw a line that I was like, yeah. You do not easily tolerate a domineering attitude in others. You have a healthy respect of power and authority, but only if it is handled fairly.
That is absolutely 110% true. Yeah. Let's see. Avoid issuing ultimatums when you meet an obstacle. Yes, I feel like I do that pretty well.
You hate ultimatums.
Instead, find a way to convince others to work with you of their own free will. You have a strong urge to act out your fantasies or to live your dream, and you will do things that others only talk about or dream about. But, I've got this other sign that says that I'm not going to follow through on it. Let's see. This aspect gives you a somewhat scorpionic attitude towards your lovers, and it can modify the traits associated with the sign of your Mars considerably. In other words, there is a distinct possessive and demanding streak in your sexual nature. Well, you don't need to know about that, so...
He's not talking to us.
Oh, okay.
My parents were walking by talking to each other.
You have a tendency to impose your will upon others, which can cause severe problems for yourself when they react in self-defense. You have a hair-trigger temper and may even resort to verbal or physical abuse when upset. I really don't.
No.
Learning to react to unpleasant circumstances with your intellect rather than your emotions comes with maturity. Well, I guess I'm super mature then. Yeah. I don't...
That's a review one.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next one is Jupiter, which represents expansion and grace. My section for Jupiter is actually very small. It's only like a page. So I'm just going to go with the bottom. I can't read the whole thing. We got time.
Are there drops of Jupiter in your pet?
Well, Jupiter is my ruling planet as a Sagittarius. So, yeah. But my Jupiter is a Libra, which means I attract most good fortune, and she is fair-minded, treats others with equality, bends without being a doormat, is gracious and uses her talents at promoting and mediating, values people and relationships, and might succeed best in partnership. Relating as equals is important to her. The arts, architecture, law, math, mediating, and politics are possible avenues for success, use of charm and grace for reaching goals. She has a good marriage and partnership with useful partner who helps to bring success, if only by their advice. Good legal outcomes. Traditionally, this placement has been associated with the benefits through the marriage or partnership. She is serious, patient, honest, hardworking, orderly. Her judgment is good, and she is inclined to think things over. She pursues her objectives to the bitter end, usually knowing when to choose the right moment. She is upright, usually law-abiding, and respecting order. Fiona!
Oh, my goodness.
It's because my parents went to the garage. She wants to go in there with them.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah, it's me, Jupiter. A Libra. Basically, my judgment is great. She is beauty, she is grace. She punched Tom Brady in his face. I don't know. I'm not good at rhyming. I'm gonna go poke Fiona.
Best believe I punched Keanu Reeves. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna just go ahead and read my Jupiter sign. And I'll say it loud enough so you can hear. Let's see. Mine is actually really short as well. She attracts the most good fortune when she puts her all into a project or undertaking and uses her magnetic powers to heal others. Well, fuck you too, because that's too right. Enthusiastic for deeper studies and meanings, all that is taboo or mysterious, psychology. Values, decisiveness, intensity, willpower, commitment, and strength, a very strong problem-solving nature, cutting to the chase. Science and research may be prosperous avenues. She is cooperative, organizing, or managing everyone. She climbs the social ladder thanks to help from friends and acquaintances. She achieves her objectives. She's serious, patient, honest, hardworking, orderly. Nah, her judgment is good. And she is inclined to think things over. She pursues her objectives to the bitter end. Usually knowing when to choose the right moment. She is upright, usually law-abiding, and respecting order. So, pretty boring. Pretty much just kind of a workhorse.
I mean, yeah.
It sounds like.
It's not your whole life, though.
No,
All right, let's move on to Saturn. And Saturn represents contradiction and effort.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Contraction? Contraction.
Oh, we're not gonna go there. Doo-doo-doo.
So my Saturn is in Aquarius, which means long-term studies, and if family circumstances do not allow this, she will teach herself. She is serious and methodical in work, perhaps liking to visit the elderly and intellectuals who enrich her mind. Potential weaknesses, a sense of having bad luck, and frequent disappointing hopes. Also, she likes quiet and solitude above everything. Kat's laughing because that's very true.
She seeks work or can work alone without being bothered.
She is too easily distracted or bothered by chatting outside noises.
We were just talking about that
We
earlier
were.
today. Holy shit.
Okay, your turn.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, my Saturn. Where you at, Saturn? What are you doing? Is in Pisces. So.
The fish.
Yep.
I think Fiona should just be a part of the podcast at this point in time.
Yeah, she's the mascot. Fiona. Yeah.
She is like, I do not want to sit.
Beautiful girl.
I want to go into the garage. You can't go into the garage.
Cannot go into the garage.
It's cold.
You need to sit here and let me read how my Saturn is in Pisces.
Tell me about your Saturn girl.
Misanthropic with a sullen humor. She likes to live in solitude and contemplation, preferring to work alone. May be suspicious of the intentions of others. Religions, faith, may suspect that others' innocence or compassion is insincere. Feet and ankles may need extra attention.
Just means they may be weak.
That's dumb. My feet are fine. Fuck you.
Wow.
I have collapsing arches, though, but that's not a big deal.
Not saying that, like, oh my god, they're gonna break off. Just saying you might have
I'm gonna
issues
have
with it.
Bratz doll legs, Michelle.
Okay.
They're gonna pop off like Brat's feet.
Okay.
You remember that?
No, I didn't have Bratz dolls until
They were awesome. They were so cool. I mean, like, I don't know. I just really liked all the hair that they had, and I can like do shit with it.
And a Barbie.
Overrated. You couldn't pop Barbie's feet off.
No, you pop her head off.
Yeah, that's true. You could do that.
We also used to throw them up onto phone lines. They would go. Bzz. The 90s were wild, y'all. Anyway.
Let's see.
You want to read your Uranus?
Oh, hey, you'll like this. Sticking with Saturn being in, what is it? Pisces. Her life can be difficult and cramped. She is hardworking, but success takes time. She may have problems with being open without self-consciousness. She may accept solitude rather than look for solutions. Family problems.
Family problems is its own sentence. Oh, wow. Do you need some aloe for that burn?
No longer.
Okay. All right, so Uranus represents individual liberty, egotistic liberty. Oh, no.
Egoistic liberty.
Egoistic?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
My Uranus is in Capricorn. Your Uranus is also in Capricorn.
We're the same thing!
We got the same butt. Let's see.
Ooh, she has a lot of flair.
I think it says the same thing.
Yeah, pretty sure it does. Yep.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. What are you
Not
talking
all the
about?
way.
Mm.
So mine says, can have some problems accessing her intuition since common sense often dominates. A great battler, she has so much power that one thinks nothing can defeat her. Her mission in society and in the world can mean everything to her. May question traditions and can be open to redefining the meaning of success and to changing up traditional approaches to career and status.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same?
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that for both of us, actually. And then mine goes into, her freedom is important to her, even in regards to friends. Friends can be extravagant, original, and intelligent. They are not from the same background and often have a different upbringing.
Well, mine says she has a lot of flair. She can be unreliable, inconsistent, or erratic at work. Always ready for change, although with some changes in routines and dedication, can do brilliant work. She may do best with an out-of-the-ordinary job, in which case all goes well. Otherwise, she might often change jobs or financial ups and downs. So.
And then the last one is also the same.
Oh, okay.
She can be wildly creative with an odd but happy sense of humor and perspective. She is an idealist, easily disappointed by those using power to play to advance. And then you have a little bit more. Fiona, no.
She fights to improve her daily life. She is persevering. Yep.
Yep. Then we have Neptune. My Neptune is in Capricorn. And it means...
transcendental liberty, non-egoistic liberty.
You're also in Capricorn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, what the fuck?
We're
the same person.
Wow. Anyway, I think it's similar again. You have more than I do, so I'll just... Fiona, stop it.
Goodness,
honey, you need to stop.
Fiona.
So she is discerning, wise, and sensible.
Mm-hmm.
You go. Because you have a paragraph and I have,
well, I guess because Neptune is in the second house, apparently. She may prefer not to attach too much value to money. Yep. But if this is overdone, there could be quite a few problems in life concerning money and ownership. You know, the thing that I was talking about earlier. She might make money through artistic pursuits, but must avoid the potential pitfalls of putting too much faith in ideas that don't have enough grounding in reality. It's vital to see, which is hilarious because I wanted to start a career in theater and acting and film acting. And then I was like, this sucks. I'm done.
Yeah.
And now I work in mental health. And that was probably one of the best changes that I could have possibly gone through. It's vital to seek out financial advice for significant ventures, which is great because Dan is amazing with finances.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really helped you a lot.
I know how to do my taxes now.
You have more.
She is perceptive and able to see layers to a situation. She is naturally drawn to learning what makes herself and others tick. Like, psychology.
You don't have anything else for that. Because you go to Pluto. Mine just says, friendships are unselfish, and she very much wants to belong to a group of like-minded people or to connect with a higher purpose.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
That's what you're doing right now.
I'm one of the most unselfish people when it comes to friendships.
Yeah.
I will literally give you everything.
Mm-hmm. And have.
It leads me to problems. Alright, so now we're in Pluto, and Pluto represents transformations, mutations, and elimination, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mine is in Scorpio, so is yours. And they both say the same thing.
Fear of
betrayal, and sensual and passionate.
All right.
Anyway, so now we're going to move on to Lilith. Lilith is Black Moon Lilith represents our... I love that that's the same for us.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you betray us? Yeah. Like, that's not smart.
And also, I don't know, it sounds like...
It's not smart.
Oh my god. When it's our idea, we're like, oh my goodness, I just love you so much, I'm gonna give you everything in my life. And then the second something happens, we're just like, oh, would you look at that?
It's not smart.
It's over.
Anyway, so...
Not only is it over, so is everything you've ever loved in life.
Allegedly. Anyway, the Black Moon Lilith represents our darker, deeper natures that may be repressed or buried.
What?
Lilith.
Mm.
My Lilith is in Pisces, so the fish.
So all of your deep, dark secrets are in the bottom of the river?
I'm already feeling attacked. I just read the first sentence. She may have felt ashamed or off about being needy, compassionate, or wishy-washy, or for her spiritual side, and this person can feel uncomfortable or annoyed at people who resist labels, who are not very assertive or ready to take the lead. Denying these very human traits in herself can lead to extreme behaviors. Self-acceptance and integration of these traits in moderation can be empowering. Alright, your turn.
Let's see. My Lilith is in Taurus, which is...
I already feel attacked for you from the first sentence.
I don't know yet. but, you know, Taurus has got the horns, so they're very
Fiona.
stubborn, typically. Can have a hard time feeling truly satisfied or sated, but can also fear this state of wanting. Perhaps they were penalized or criticized for being slow, savoring things, or enjoying and indulging themselves. Fear of loss can lead to possessiveness. Understanding and accepting the very human desire to own and have, and expressing these things moderately and responsibly can be empowering. I'm not here or there on it. Like, I can see some of the truth in it, but there's not a lot that I, like, really identify with in there. So, might be something to do with the time when I was born.
Maybe. But my main thing I see is the fear of loss can lead to possessiveness.
Can you stop? Because everything is temporary in this world. Everything dies, and we can't stop it. So we need to hold on to it.
She likes what she likes, folks. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, so then we have the true north node. Mine is in Sagittarius.
I don't know what this means.
And, I have the north node, south node. The south node represents our overdeveloped characteristic traits. We are talented here, but if we overdo this area of life or hold on to these traits to feel secure, we may stagnate. The north node points are the qualities that we need to work on and develop to achieve inner balance and fulfillment.
Cool.
So my true north node is Sagittarius. She may limit herself unknowingly through mental overstimulation or by overdoing logic at the expense of intuition. She may have many things going on at once, then she only dabbles and does not commit to a particular project or path. Her path is to tune out distractions and build faith in her intuition so she can follow a vision. Qualities to develop. Prioritizing committing to a path, faith. Ow! Fiona, that was my hand. I would agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not distracted easily.
Yeah.
And I can stick to a project.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely, like...
that's why I'm not kind of really...
I do unknowingly go through overdoing logic at the expense of intuition is definitely,
Yes.
All right.
That's
Okay,
the
so
thing.
your north...
My north
Your north node.
is Scorpio.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. So, qualities that I need to work on and develop to achieve inner balance and fulfillment. She is learning to be less self-reliant and set in her ways, as the path to greater success and satisfaction is to share the load from time to time. She tends to stick with her habits, methods, and things. Learning to loosen this grip opens her to the deeper need for transformation, intimacy, change, and regeneration. Qualities to develop: courage to make changes, going all in, sharing, intimacy.
Wow.
We should just move on to the next thing.
Okay. So, I have, the north node in my 10th house. You have it in your 12th house.
I don't know what that means.
So for me, it's just the order stuff. She is sympathetic and kind, referring to stay childlike and free. She may resist labels, responsibility, the limelight, recognition, or growing up, but over time, this limits her growth. Qualities develop ambition, commitment, and responsibility. I did have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I did that. This is not something I need to do. I worked on it already.
Yeah.
But I understand why it's still there because it's my birth chart.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I definitely did need to grow up, and I did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. So if your north node is in the 12th house, you're probably going to get something along the lines of her path is to believe, take a leap of faith, let go of the need to control, and focus on emotional health and not just physical. Qualities to develop: some healthy quiet and idleness, willingness to enjoy silence and inactivity from time to time, faith and belief in her intuition.
Okay, so we're going to move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. Okay, so we have the houses now. I'm a Slytherin.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's not in the astrology
No.
chart. That's just Michelle being a fucking nerd.
I'm a nerd. I have a nerd tattoo. Tattoo episode coming soon. TM.
Yeah.
So the houses. House 1 is the area of self-identity. The ascendant is the symbol of how one acts in life. It is the image of the personality as seen by others and the attitude that one has towards life. Mine is Sagittarius with ascendant Pisces. Let's see.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. So, ascendant Pisces is go with the flow, seems to be the Pisces rising motto.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that 100%. I am very much a kind of go with the flow kind of person. I don't need a plan or anything like that. I will read that at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
My Aries is on house 2. The second house is the area of material security and values. It rules money and personal finances, self-worth, and basic values and personal possessions. Mine is Aries, which is very short. These all go pretty quick. Can I just run through mine and then you go through yours?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So, Aries in house 2, financial success is more likely when she uses her entrepreneurial spirit. However, impulsive spending is likely. Yeah. Won't ask for money, preferring to be self-made, and usually doesn't receive much financial help. Where Mars is placed in the chart can show where money can be made. House 3 is the third house, the area of social and intellectual learning. Mine is Taurus. One is never better than when they are at home. Not much traveling or taking on of a sudden or unexpected initiative. When travel occurs, it is to comfortable and familiar areas. Everything is calculated and deliberate. The motto is slowly but surely. Meh. I do tend to go to the same places over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more spur of the moment than anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when I do go on long trips, it's definitely like planned.
Even when you go on short trips, you're just kind of you have a set thing. You have a set general.
I know what I want
plans.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then the fourth house is the area of home, family roots, and deep emotional sense of self-worth. Mine is Gemini. Can find it impossible to stay in one place, frequently changing homes themselves or changing things up in the home environment. If a job is monotonous, is usually restless, plans changing firm frequently, or requiring a lot of stimulation on the job. I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The ideal a profession would be one offering a lot of change, moving around, meeting lots of new people, and a radical love life is usually expected. Meh. The fifth house is the area of creative self-expression, romance, entertainment, children, and gambling.
Yeah.
Weird.
No, that's the thing.
Cancer's on that house. She may often be in love up until the day she meets someone special. She is not a gambler by any means. She is safe in a casino, can take great pleasure in home life. Hobbies may be cooking, sewing, and other cancer-related pastimes. Very affectionate lover, but private and sensitive. I'd agree. Sixth house is the area of learning by material transaction. I am also a Cancer there. Good in jobs with contact with the public. Weak point, the stomach. Ooh, that one hits me hard because I literally, like, every time I'm just, like, my body's like, I don't like what's happening, I get nauseous. Immediately. House, 7 is the area of one-on-one relationships such as marriage or partnership and a social or intellectual action. I have Virgo in that. Partnerships, perhaps more of the head than the heart, which can last in spite of a few hiccups. The partner is usually honest, hardworking, organized, intelligent, and cunning. Ha-ha! Slytherin. The 8th house is the area of emotional security and of security of the soul. I'm a Libra there. Happy old age, natural death likely. Idealistic expectation of others.
Alright.
What an odd thing to be there, but alright. I did have a psychic tell me I was going to live to be 92. So... the 9th house is the area of learning and shapes and identity. Scorpio is there. She likes long voyages, especially by sea. Might participate in regattas. Enjoys risk and sport. I do not like sports. The 10th house is the area...
Wait, okay. It's risk and what?
Sport.
Risk and sport?
Risk, sport.
So maybe it just means that you like to, when there are activities that are just kind of like, hey, this thing is pretty intense. I don't know if you can do it. Then you're like, try me.
No, I'm not up for that. Anything active, fuck it. The 10th house is the area of material action. The midheaven represents the work we will do in one's life. and the place will take of the world society will become more important as one grows older. Sagittarius is my 10th house. Job involving travel, especially abroad, and if possible with some risk, creativity, and adventure being attached. The 11th house is the area of search for social and intellectual security. Stable friendships with composed, wise people from those experience of the life benefit and enriches their own life. That's Capricorn for me. The 12th house is the area of education and emotion. This is where we meet our karma, deal with endings, and sometimes where we bury things. Mine is Capricorn. Disappointments are difficult to digest. The bitterness can last a long time before she is able to react positively. I would agree with that. Your turn, your houses.
Okay, so my houses. Apparently, I have multiple houses, when in real life, I don't have one that I own. I'm renting, so that's cool. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. So, my first house, it's Cancer with Ascendant Sagittarius. I don't know what that means, but let's see. The world is full of adventure, new things to experience, and most of all, hope with this Ascendant. There's an unmistakable faith and enthusiasm with Sagittarius rising people, grand schemes, big promises, and a willingness to explore and experiment or themes, although follow through is not a strong characteristic of Sagittarius. These individuals are somewhat restless and often active people. They always seem to be looking for something that is just out of grasp, and many do this their entire lives. They can be quite direct at times, yet they're likable enough to forgive for their faux pas. Hi. Most have a lot to say and offer. Their insights and opinions are usually interesting and exciting, although sometimes lacking in details. Sagittarius rising people have opinions about everything, and they just love telling others exactly what they are.
Same.
Yeah. Not all people with this position are outgoing folk, but they all have a way of moving about that at least exudes a certain level of confidence. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Even when they're feeling low, they manage to find humor in life and have fun with whatever they do have. Yeah, I agree with a lot of this so far. The placement of Sagittarius' ruling planet Jupiter will give more clues as to how they go about expressing themselves. Jupiter and Capricorn, I don't care about that. Let's see. House 2, second house. So that's material stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So money and all of the things in your life that you can touch. I've got Capricorn, a cautious approach to money and personal finances and possessions. Financial success may be slow, but steady. A hard worker. Savings are important. Patience with accumulating. Money situation improves with maturity.
True.
Boom.
I would say that's pretty spot on, actually.
Yeah, actually. Let's see. Third house. Sounds like how you interact with other people, social and intellectual. So she is always at the forefront of progress. I don't know about that. Quick to embrace everything that is new. Yeah, all right. Original and ingenious. She likes a fresh new idea as long as it improves life and naturally is good for everyone. She's happy to travel or enjoy a new experience, even at the moment's notice, loving a life full of change, connections, and meetings. That's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I'm at the end of a day and I am just... I've got sensory...
And that was Aquarius, by the way.
Overload going on. Oh, yeah. Aquarius. Just like a fish.
So that's like the water bucket thing. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm Aquarius. I'm like a fish. I like
That's
to
Pisces.
go around to new things. I'm in an aquarium.
Aquarius is literally like a bucket of water.
Oh.
That's the symbol.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, you know, the thing is all like, she loves to try new things.
I got it.
And meet a lot of new people. And I'm like, I'm in an aquarium.
I'm picking up
It
what
was
you're
a
putting
stupid
down.
joke. I'm sorry. Fourth house. Family roots, deep emotions, and self-worth. All right, let's go. Aries. Lots of authority within the family. Okay. She knows how to take the density of the family in hand to take charge. She's very energetic, very strong, knowing how to cope with life setbacks. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Also, that was destiny.
5th house is the area of creative self-expression, romance, entertaining children, and gambling. I got me a Taurus, a pleasant home, a charming partner.
A charming partner?
That me.
Dan.
I know. We're both pretty
He can
charming.
literally charm you out of your fucking clothes.
Well, I mean, depends on the setting, but generally, yes. Worked on me.
You don't understand. I need that shirt.
Nani?
Nani?
Loving and sweet children, nice little meals, pleasant evenings with loved ones, the good life.
Cute.
Shit, dude. That sounds pretty sweet. Although, there was a part on
I like
yours...
how there's nothing about gambling.
We're not going to talk about that. There was a part somewhere on yours that was just making a home and sewing and other cancer-related activities. I'm like, excuse me, what? What? Excuse me? Yeah.
Do you not like cooking?
I don't like homemaking stuff. I think.
Yeah,
it's
but you know
dumb.
what's
I don't
funny?
like it.
Dan does, and he's also a Cancer.
He's also a Cancer, and he does enjoy those things because he's just great.
Okay.
Anyway, also I made cupcakes.
I don't like cooking.
Let's see. I like baking though.
That's still a form of cooking. Shh. Continue.
The 6th house is the area of learning by material transaction. Okay, whatever. Completely trusted at work. She knows how to keep a secret and can be of irreproachable honesty. Weak point, the throat.
Those were both Taurus, by the way.
I forgot about that. The throat. Well. That's weird and goes into stuff that I've only talked about in therapy. So that's cool.
Ah!
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. The 7th house is one-on-one relationships such as marriage and partnership, and of social and intellectual action. So, can marry a partner quite young. Well, he's older than me, so whoops. A second partnership may have less passion, but a lot of friendship. What? Okay. Can be frightened of living alone in old age. I've never thought about it, but I don't like it.
Yeah. The next sentence makes me laugh a lot.
She may prefer others to do the talking much of the time.
Yes.
So, 8th house, emotional security and security of the soul. So that's interesting. Small inheritance is possible. She usually plans well for old age. Well,
That's also a Cancer.
I didn't think about the possibility of
being old,
dying alone. So, let's see. 9th house, area of learning, that which shapes the identity. Tolerant, accepting, and respecting of all differences. Yes, I am. For the most part, not gonna lie, not all. She is honest and loyal.
Sounds like a Hufflepuff to me.
Well, I'm a Gryffindor,
Which is helpful because that's a Leo. The lion. Rawr.
Okay, 10th house. I'm a Libra. Oh yeah. So that was also the 9th house, which shapes my identity as a Leo. So that makes sense why I'm a Gryffindor. 10th house, I'm Libra. It means the midheaven represents the work one will do in one's life. So what am I going to do with this thing called life? Contacts of all kinds will lead to social success, professional, through marriage, etc. She likes society life, friendships that could help professionally. Sometimes jobs connected with justice, but frequently involved with important and influential people. Yeah, all right. I'll take it. So basically, I'm going to emotionally sleep my way to the top.
All right.
Yeah.
Libras are weird, man.
I don't know.
I'm saying that. I know Libra. She's my sister. Anyway.
Your sister's a Libra?
Yeah.
Ah.
October.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Libra, so.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
They're alright.
Yeah. Anyway.
11th house.
Yep. Area of search for social and intellectual security. I'm a Scorpio, so I like
girl.
to debate endlessly with friends who don't share my ideas. That I do.
We've literally talked about it before.
Live for that. Anyone who has had any kind of semblance of a deeper conversation with me knows that I actively seek that out in people. It doesn't matter if you're my best friend of 11 years or if you're some random dude who just walked into the coffee shop that I work at. Like,
she will eventually convince you to her side if she is right as well.
well, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would definitely not say that at all, actually. Like, not at all. That's not, no.
I would, because you don't really give up.
I mean, like, I hold true to my beliefs, but I don't try to put that on other people. Like,
well, no, you don't push. It's just a matter of, like, you debate things in the good way of being like, I understand your, like, what you think about this. Here is boom, 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 boom. That's the evidence. You can think what you're going to think, but here's my evidence, basically.
mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not wrong. Anyway. Sorry.
So I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
The discussion can lead to words or even verbal sparring, which has happened in the past. Not often.
But you're good at it.
Yeah. Thanks. 12th area, education and emotion. This is where we meet karma and shit. Scorpio, investigative work or inclination. She likes investigating other people's private lives.
I mean, that works for psychology.
And also just my personal life,
Yeah.
like we just talked about. So that's...
that was a lot. That was our birth charts. So now you know a little bit more about us.
Yeah, man.
I'm good with partners, bad with partners. I don't know. Really don't know. Anyway.
I think, yeah, that's it. It's a whole...
I'm going to read through the whole thing.
Stuff.
I'm very curious now to read the extra stuff.
I am...
Like, I am not.
Going on.
It's a lot of reading.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you as always for liking, commenting, subscribing.
If you made it to the end of this video...
Like, good for you.
Wow, like, really.
But, like, look up your own. Like, read it. It's very interesting to read through.
What did we find these through? Do you know?
I don't know. We just typed in free birth chart, zodiac, and then the
Mm-hmm.
first one that popped up we clicked on.
That was really good.
So,
that's really helpful, so...
check it out. Comment, subscribe, like our videos. We'll see you next week. Bye!